Okay, it says I am live. Cool. Now let's see if anybody finds out I'm live. I don't think I need to do anything else. Okay, does YouTube say I'm live? Hi, Joanne. I'm still trying to set this up, so give me a minute, Joanne. I don't like the way YouTube does stuff. If I want to put my YouTube stuff up on my other computer, I have to go to my channel. Let's turn that down. But you know, when I go to my channel, I can hit like on it. Yeah, I was going to say something at Dez's, but um, oh, okay, I got. Come on, I almost got YouTube set up on that one. I'll have to go to my channel on this one to get this. Okay. Echo. Top chat. Nope. Live chat. I don't even know why they offer top chat to me when every single time I've ever been on a live, I've got to change it over to live chat. So, Joanne, who do you think will show up tonight? Silent and Forgotten's here. Hi. How you doing? Yeah, I've been sub to you for what, probably 2 years now. Silent Forgotten. I don't watch a whole lot of your stuff, but I do watch some. Thank you for stopping by. Well, it sure was nice up here today, Joanne. Had my windows open, got to sit outside a while. Cool. Even seen a honeybee today. That was cool. I haven't seen many of them the last couple of years. Yeah, it's pretty hard to keep up with everybody you want to keep up with. Yep. A couple months ago, I looked at my watch later list. It said 554 videos. Oh, I've got it worked down to just about 100 now. If I keep at it, I'll be caught up a week or two from now. Of course, I cheated a little bit. Put about 80 of them on another list. That means I got a playlist that's got 80 videos on it I really want to watch. And the guy's been posting 2 or 3 videos a day, so it's going to grow quick. Oh, I seen one of them today, Joanne. I don't know if it was just cold, laying on the ground, trying to warm up, or whether it was dead. It was laying there on my carport. I hope it wasn't dead because those carpenter bees hit up my tomato plants and pepper plants every summer. And they're great food for praying mantises. I don't know, did I tell you that, Joanne? Um, when was it? I think it was back in January. We had a decent day and I was outside and I knocked down some of my flower stuff that I hadn't got to. I ran across two praying mantis cocoons. Got them stuck in the corner over here where they'll stay up off the ground, hopefully. Wonder if Arlene will make it. Yeah, Joanne, they're trying to eat my cardboard up, but they help give me tomatoes every year. Jerkin von Strangle, huh? Oh, wait a minute. I know that avatar. Hi, Jeff. No, they're carpenter bees, Joanne. They dig holes in the wood, lay eggs inside the hole, fill the hole up with pollen. That's a carpenter bee. Yeah, I know that avatar. Yeah, some bees are really good. Even some wasps are good. That's something I need to tell Shawnee, Joanne. I need to remember to talk to her about that. There are things called digger wasps that specialize in certain kinds of insects. But there's one that specializes in putting its eggs on the back of a horned worm, i.e., a tomato worm. And then the egg hatches and the larva eat the tomato worm, killing it. And those are good wasps, especially when they don't sting humans. They just eat tomato worms. If anybody's ever had a tomato worm on their tomato plant, they know. They know the devastation a worm can do. 420. Oh, you're like 5 days ahead, Jeff. Of course, now I did have my mic muted a minute ago because I was coughing. Took too big of a hit on a green bowl. I had to talk you into coming up and drawing something, Jeff. Get your new phones and cameras and everything set up. What? I know them yellow jackets, man. Those are the ones I don't like. They declared war on me when I was a kid. I kill them every chance I get. I seen a shed once, big shed. It must have been like a 10 by 12 shed. That had about a 3 foot thick, 4 inch yellow jacket on it, nest the whole way across the top on the inside. The whole thing was all one giant nest. The old farmer guy that was showing us that picked up his can of gasoline and doused the inside the shed, stepped back and threw a match at it. About a minute later, there wasn't a bee left alive. That's what you get for eating at McDonald's, Joe. Yellow jackets build nests all over the place. They'll make big paper nests like the ones I've seen as a kid. Yeah, I've seen them digging holes in the ground and living there. We ran across an old mattress that was out in the wild when I was a kid. And yeah, it was full of yellow jackets. They'll build nests just about anywhere. But all 40 of my peppers are up, Joanne. I got my tomato seeds in the ground. It's a week or two late, but yeah, McDonald's isn't even food, guys. Hasn't been for a long time. Little Joanne's flying around, huh? Any of Joanne's fairies riding them, Joe? Hi, Arlene. I was hoping you'd make it. I don't know if Silent and Forgotten's still here. Hmm. Far behind is that one? Where did he go? Let's see if this works. That would be, nope, not that one, that one. Okay. I know there's these weird little things that fly around the woods over here, Joanne. Man, they're not much more than a quarter of an inch, or I don't even think they're that big. Maybe, a little bit over an eighth of an inch. And they're really white. And they fly around in a way that makes them look like they're floating. You think maybe there's, some tree debris or something floating by. And yet you look and it's a wee little moth or something. Anybody want to come up? Trying to get Jeff to come up and draw some. Have you ever drawn Arlene, Jeff? Hmm. Let's see what happens when I try this. Did I do it right? Is hmm. Nope, I didn't do it right. I know I made Nightbot a moderator. Hmm. Hey, there's Steve. At least I picked Steve's email address. That's good. Wrong tab, Bill. That's the problem you'll have, Silent Forgotten. There's no might about it. I'm sure she's a better shot. She got trophies to prove it. Okay, let's see if I can pick the right thing to click on this. Doing Steve in the basement. Down here, the what, studio? Hi, Sam. I'm trying to figure out why my Nightbot thing isn't working. I screwed up somehow. Not bad. What? Man, YouTube is whack. I just seen a thing that says, "Congratulations, your channel is 2 years old." Uh, I started it in 1920 or in 2021, I think. I'm older than 2 years. That's not what I wanted. Steve's still not in. Hi, 801. You want to come up on panel 801? Not what I wanted either. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, Nightbot's listed as a moderator. So what's the deal? Why isn't that working? Sure. Okay. Let's see. Do that. Over there. Do this. I'm only going to leave this up for a second, guys. So grab it while it's there. Bam. One. Silent Forgotten. If you want to come up, you're welcome. Well, I already tried the weather command, Joanne, and that's the only thing I set up so far. I thought I set up, and it didn't work. So I need Steve or Big Matt or somebody to walk me through doing all that stuff. Apparently, I can't figure it out. Yeah, I had it set up. You type weather and then the city or the zip code, and it should work. Okay, let's see. I got Steve there. 801 there.
What's up? I'm in the truck because Donna's trying to put the baby down, and my parents are in my bedroom sleeping, so I'm out in the truck. What's up, 801? And I'm at 49% of battery. It's charging, so we'll see. Hopefully, I won't.
What up, Steve? Thanks for having me up, Gandalf.
No problem, 801.
Hello, everybody in chat.
My internet is going wonky.
Yes,
I have no internet for some. I mean, I'm
what not too. Steve's in the doghouse. He's out in the truck. Yeah, nobody else was live, so. Steve, I did get Nightbot listed as a moderator. But apparently I didn't do the weather thing right. It's not working.
Okay.
And
well,
where did I find the link thing to pin in the weather? I found it somewhere. I can't find it again.
I don't know.
And I can't find the same bit for the drop command. You got to put in a special, code thing. And I can't find it nowhere. I looked all over Nightbot for it, and I can't find it nowhere.
Yeah, you have to let me what night. You just have to let me know what night you just want to do it. Me and you will get it going before.
That's gonna take all night, I'll bet.
No.
Anyhow, hi, energy.
Should only take about 20 minutes. I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I gotta see comments. Let me see. How come I'm not seeing chat? There it is.
Yeah, Joanne's here. Arlene's here.
All right, hey Joanne. Hello, guys.
Sam's here.
Jerkin.
Silent Forgotten's here.
Yep.
I bet that car belongs to a dentist. OG Snowball. Jessica's here. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Jessica. There we go. Got my phone sideways. I don't know if my picture will be sideways or not, but let me see once.
Who knows these days? All kind of wonky shit.
It turned out okay. I don't know why when I go live, I can't do this.
I don't know.
This is weird.
The other night had 3 lives going, all on her channel, all the same name, everything was the same except the number of viewers. Each one had a different number of viewers. She had no idea how she got more than 1 live going.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, they were all listed on her channel too. How can you do more than 1 live at once? Yeah, so you're going to come up and draw, Jeff? I seen that the other day that you got all that stuff. I was hoping you got a new tripod. The other one broke, you said. How's things out in Utah today?
Oh, it's a great day. I'm waiting for ice off. I went up to the lake Saturday and it was getting really slushy and there was like 2 feet of open water from the shore. So I booked a room for Wednesday. Me and my daughter are going to go up Wednesday and see if it's ice off and get enough to where you can fish. Because if we get bait in the water there, we're going to catch fish. You know, as soon as that ice comes off the shore.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I know Matthew's been killing them, man.
well,
He's been killing, catching crappie and bass like crazy.
Jello was on Josh's tonight. He caught a 36-pounder and then a couple of 12 to 6-pounders catfish.
Catfish, yeah. There's been some big catfish caught lately.
Oh well, yeah, like that stuff Matt catches is what he uses for bait for these catfish.
Yeah.
You know, but he sat there. I was watching this pole. I said, "Hey, you get over there. You got one."
There was a guy here in Ohio way back when that had the record catfish for the state, 90-some pounds.
Wow.
His grandkids got caught fishing for catfish using live kittens.
Holy shit!
Yeah, they're not allowed to fish in Ohio for the rest of their life.
Wow.
Record was taken.
Damn.
So they're thinking that's what Grandpa used when
Yep.
he caught it.
Yep.
But it still holds the record though, right?
No,
They don't have
they
evidence, or
took his record away from him.
oh, did they?
Yep. Yeah, there was a big thing in the papers here. I think it was like the early 80s or something. Them guys got caught. Naturally, the pet people went nuts on them. Yeah,
Oh, I see. That's
CPA and all that.
green. He's in cat or catfish.
I just can't imagine. I couldn't. I've heard of things like that. I just could never.
Some people just don't have a heart, I guess.
Mm.
I mean, I don't care for cats. But man, there's no way I could use a kitten for a bait. Come on now.
I don't think I could hook it.
Coyote.
It's my dog.
Yeah, it's weird. You'd be surprised though what? I know they used to use. I think they used to use dogs and stuff for shark or whatever.
Did you get to use pole yet, Jessica? Trying to remember when she said she was going to go fishing. Whether it was this past weekend or next weekend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. That should have been last week. I think last weekend.
You said the freezer. I didn't see any in between the freezer part.
Oh, they bearded neither one of them.
It was still cold.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, you can felt cold. Not cold. Hi, Shannon.
Last time get me a beer out of the fridge.
I found something out. I found something out about. I don't think I have to do some investigating. what the guy's saying is for me to. I'm getting an echo now.
I was gonna say something's going on.
Aw, man. I mean, I gotta put my damn headphones.
Hang on, Bill. You want me to leave and try coming back in?
No, I got my headphones right here.
I think it stopped
Come on.
now.
We'll see if it stops.
Yeah. I don't hear
I
it
think
no
it
more.
stopped now.
Okay, my surround is muted and I got my headphones on.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, anyways, what I found out was, remember how I was looking at maybe opening up my own distributor or becoming my own distributor or whatever, being franchised. And I guess what the guy said, oh no, all I got to do is go down to the courthouse. I'll have to go down the one in where I live and then down and then Poplar Bluff. And I just apply for a license to sell. And I'm good. I don't have to have the distributor's license, I guess. I didn't know that.
So you can grow.
Well, I can sell it.
how much?
It only costs $25.
Really?
Yep.
I'll bet if I look here in Ohio, it's probably 250,000 or something.
Well,
something stupid like that.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. I looked at online and it says like $2,500, do this and do that. I don't know what he's saying. He's saying all I have to do is go down there and do this. I'm going to look more into it. I don't know
Yeah,
what's all.
I would check that out because that sounds.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. $25, you know. I'd go get one just so I'd have it at $25, you know.
I'm going to
Well,
sit down. I'm
is
going
that
to
like so you could be a delivery person for it?
Yep.
Maybe I don't know.
Yep. And I can go to these events, like when
Okay.
they have like food and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Right.
You also need a vendor's license and a tax number.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what he's talking about. That's what it
1099.
is.
You got a hammer? 1099. You got a bud? 1099.
Yep. Now I got to think if I want to do it or not.
Hi, Steve from Spain.
Hey, what's up, Steve? Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, you might remember him as the bully of bullies.
I remember him. Yeah, I see his videos still.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Good to see you, Steve.
Wait a minute. Oh, no, I guess it is, 7 a.m. there? 6 a.m., something like that.
Well, we're in Spain. Yep. 6 a.m., I would say.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it's 5 or 6 hours now, but our time has changed, and their time might have changed, might not have changed.
Right.
Yeah, 7 a.m. there.
There we go.
Yeah, I seen you had a live schedule sometime.
I haven't been on my computer much at all. Parents are here and
Yeah.
got a lot done.
Got managed to get a few things done. Got my tomato seeds in the ground. Well, in the little containers.
Good. June bugs are here out flying around.
Doom bugs already?
Yep.
Well, the big ones are actually May beetles. June bugs are a little bit smaller, but look the same.
Mm.
And
I
yeah,
don't know, but I don't like either one of them. Whatever it is, I don't like it.
oh yeah, every once in a while there'll be millions of them.
Oh yeah, there's probably 20 of them on the ground. If I open the car and truck door right now, there's probably like 10 or 15 on the ground, probably by me.
Well, you can let your dogs out, and they'll probably eat them.
Yeah, I let them out for a while. The
Oh,
chickens all.
Daisy goes nuts on June bugs.
Yeah,
She'll see it and she just, I still get her sometimes, right? But
years
yeah,
ago,
she'll go after him.
I watched some people's dogs for them while they were gone, and yeah, I let them out, and there was June bugs just everywhere, and them dogs went nuts. All three of them dogs filled their bellies with June bugs. I couldn't stop them. They wouldn't listen to me, you know. It didn't hurt them. They were fine, you know.
No, it's like the kids.
Yeah,
But they, I mean, uh,
yeah, their one dog was a real trip. That dog was too smart for its own good. It would take off and be gone for 2 or 3 days and come back just fine. Full belly, not muddy. You know, what the hell? They lived out farm. That goofy dog, one night I was watching these dog fights, and I'm wondering, where'd Comet go? I don't see Comet nowhere.
he went camping.
No, Comet went and got the emptied out ice cream bucket that was full of dog treats, carried it into the dining room under the dining room table, took the lid off, and ate the whole fucking thing. Ate a whole box of milk bone dog biscuits. I don't know how she got the lid off. Hell of a trip. Same people had some weird dogs. The little flat-faced white dogs, real flat-faced, whatever they're called, right?
Yeah.
They had one of them that used to, he would masturbate. I've seen him do it once. We was all outside around back, and I come walking around to get my car to leave, and there's that dog sitting on the front porch with his front paws just going to town. Like, okay.
Hey, we're all animals, right?
But that's one I've never seen any other dog do, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them with stuffed animals and pillows, but not like that.
I was going to say, what were you on again? What kind of acid?
No acid, no alcohol, just some pot. That was back when it was still, 10% pot.
Oh, I gotta go in. Donna needs me. I don't know what's going on. I'll try to get back on here, Gandalf.
Okay, just let me know if you need the link.
Oh, okay,
So
so
save it
good.
on your phone.
I meant to ask you before you go, Steve. Did you use the link I emailed to you, or did you use the link in chat?
I tried that one. It took me, but it would only take me so far. And then I heard you say, I was just going to tell you that I was having problems, and then I heard you say, and then I clicked it quick.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
She heard me.
We'll eat when she's
But-
ready.
Tell Donna we said
Try
hi.
to be back.
If he's gonna try and be back. Joanne says we got to change the subject.
I'm not kidding when I say this. I didn't blow my nose in 30 years. I hate blowing my nose. In the last 2 weeks, I've blown my nose 30 times a day.
Well, we have that.
Oh, fuck. Fucking great.
I did get to put together 3
Eat that
chairs
sandwich
this
in there.
week.
Eat that sandwich in there tomorrow. The Bobby. The turkey, cranberry, and stuffing. Eat it.
Okay.
It made me bark like crazy.
Did get to put together 3 chairs this week.
Okay.
They were reclining lift chairs.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. You know, the kind you order online and they get shipped here from Vietnam. Yeah, don't ever order any furniture.
I was going to say the high quality stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah, Don't ever order any furniture from Wayfair. This lady next door ordered a lift chair. Her husband bitched, so the next day she ordered another one for him. Okay. Well, his came before hers. He had tracking numbers, you know. His came before hers.
Okay.
She paid the same amount of money for all 3 of these chairs. Okay. He messed his up. He cut it open, cut the leather. Idiot. But hers finally came. I put his together for him, and then I put hers together, and it's a lighter color. It's supposed to be the same exact chair. It's a lighter color, and it looks different. And when she sat down in it, it was crooked. I looked everything over. There's nothing you could do. That's just the way it was made. You have to sit with your back crooked. So she called him bitch, and they sent her another chair. I put it together, and it's a different color too. His chair's lighter than hers. The new chair is darker than hers. Well, they're coming from Vietnam. What do you expect, right? They're not going to match.
We got this part here, and we'll just throw it on. It's the same part, just not the same color. It's fine.
And the people making them are getting paid so much. I'm sure they do a good job, right?
Mhm. I'm sure they're watched to make sure their quality is top notch.
Oh yeah, Getting paid $10 a week. They're not
Well,
doing a good job.
that's why we have shit here now, right?
Yeah.
So we don't make nothing here.
So I told her, why would you order online? Why wouldn't you just drive the 30 miles to one of the stores and buy it there, bring it home,
Sightseeing.
wait
You
2
know,
weeks
you
for
seen
it
that?
to get shipped?
Well, I didn't have a truck. They should have ripped one, right?
All 3 of them was boxed differently. It was weird. The third one showed up in 2 boxes. The first 2 came as one box, 150-pound freaking box. You should have seen the guy trying to get it off the truck and up onto their porch. I felt sorry for him and went over and helped him. He didn't weigh any more than I do. That box weighed more than he does. And he's trying to tilt it up onto a two-wheeler, you know. He'd have never got it up them steps himself. What the hell
Right.
was he thinking?
Upstairs.
Yeah, there's 5 steps up to a porch because it's a trailer, you know.
See, I have no steps in this house. It's slab on grade, right? I take one step in and it's all flat.
Okay.
I don't. I don't want stairs in my house. You know what I mean? Just because as you get older, you don't want to go up and down them, right? I'd rather have it laid out flat myself.
Yeah. Why they make most rest homes
Yeah.
ground level.
Well, they're all they'll have elevated it, you know.
I can't believe it's not even Easter yet. My yard desperately needs mowed. And I'm sitting here with my window open at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Well, it's been a dry winter, and
It's got to still be at least 62 or 3 degrees outside.
do you think you'll have an early spring? I mean, growing season compared to most.
Well, probably not because we'll probably get a frost late, you know. But you could be growing right now if you had some way to cover your stuff.
Right. In a fan, open it up. Because, I mean, in those greenhouses, even when it's 60 degrees, I mean, if you don't open up and let your air go through there, it's going to be 100 degrees in there.
Yeah. I don't know if they still do, but greenhouses used to use a piston pump that was filled with wax. And once that wax started to get warm, it expanded, and that opened the window, pushed the cylinder. And then, when it got cold, it would contract again and pull the windows closed. I would love to get a couple of them.
Well, I mean, you start early and grow longer if you have that stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause it's going to be warm enough to grow, but every once in a while, we're going to get 25 to 30-degree temperatures for a day or two. And usually, the first week of May around here,
Planting,
you're pretty safe. Sometimes we do get a frost.
Mother's Day. Ours
Yeah.
is usually Mother's Day, right? A week later,
Yeah,
mostly.
we've had frost on Mother's Day before. That's always the last one if there is one.
Right.
But sometimes we get away with no frost through the whole month of May, so good to go.
Well, see, I'm hoping to catch some fish on this ice off and start off the year. Good. I'm gonna bottle them so I have 'em throughout the year, and and then start. Maybe I'll smoke some. Depending on how many days I fish and catch, and I'll probably if I smoke them, I'll probably eat them as I smoke them, and save the bottled ones, for the winter time. At least that's my plan this year. I want to do a lot of fishing. bottle some fish. Now,
Because straw does make an excellent insulator.
oh yeah.
Mhm. I tried to tell these people in campers here that they don't listen. There's two of the trailer lots here really aren't big enough for trailers or mobile homes. So the landlord rents them out to people with campers that need a place to put their camper, either to live in or just store it or whatever. I tried to tell them, man, buy some bales of straw. If you're going to live in a camper in the winter,
Yeah.
just stack bales of straw around it, the whole underneath side of it,
Exactly.
and it'll stay nice and warm under there.
It's not gonna freeze.
And they're not going to blow away.
Yeah.
They make that silver stuff that you put in your car windshield to keep the sun from heating up your car. They make that for campers. Comes on a roll, bubble plastic with silver on it.
Go all the way around it.
Yeah, but the wind blows it away. What good's that?
Yeah.
You know? A lot better off stacking straw over it.
Yeah, but see, it's not about that. They don't want you to know how to do that. You got to buy stuff to survive. You can't just do it with natural stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that natural stuff works so good sometimes.
Well, it's how people live for thousands of years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all thatched roofing is. It's straw.
Yeah, mud and fucking straw together. Clay and straw, whatever,
Yeah, that's called daub.
whatever it takes. Dig below, just like a little. You want a greenhouse? Dig down 3 feet so you can walk down in there,
Like,
and then
wait
it
a
just
minute.
gives you standing room and grow longer because it takes longer to get down there and freeze.
Why would Spain have to buy sand from China to build cement? There's got to be sand in Spain, right? Think
No,
about the bullfights.
is it
we've seen
sand
in
they're
Spain.
buying or the powder?
There's got to be sand there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is it the powder they're buying or the sand?
They said
Probably the
sand.
powder, I would think.
Steve says we are in habit of buying sand from China to build cement houses. LOL.
Sand, huh?
Yeah, I've seen Steve walk around and that ground's got a lot of sand in it.
Well, that's all my yard is sand.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me though.
The town I live in is called Sandy. All right, and the reason it's called Sandy.
Well, this creek I talk about, Sandy Creek. And poor turtles are gonna bum. They've been bumming the last 2 years. There's two places where the creek makes a bend that there's sandy banks, and the turtles love laying eggs there. But now it's all open. You cut all the trees down right up to the creek, and the turtles won't go there now.
Yeah,
They are deathly afraid of humans. They don't want to be seen. I watched one once. I was sitting there, nice and calm, just chilling, smoking a bowl, when this turtle crawled up out of the water. And it went through all kinds of stuff, looking around, listening, watching,
Oh yeah.
Finally, when it was happy, it scrabbled up a little farther and started digging. Laid some eggs, opened them back up, boogied right back to the water and was gone. I was like, cool.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah, that's something to watch and see. I mean, right?
Man, I wish I'd have had a camera. That mama wood duck, that was cool. I'm standing next to this bush at the edge of the creek. And just, I don't know, this mama wood duck comes swimming along. And I had my hat on. So I tilted my head down so it couldn't see my eyes very well.
Right.
Just stood still. She was only 5 foot away from me. And 1,
Take
2,
you the threat.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, a dozen, no, 13. 13 little baby ducks following her down the creek. Like 13 ducks for one, huh? Was she babysitting some other ducks' chicks or what? I can't imagine a bird having 13 babies.
I don't know.
That's an awful lot of chicks or whatever you want to call them, baby ducks. That was cool. There used to be a lot of critters over there that are all gone now. That's where I seen that weasel, where he cut all the trees down.
Well, yeah, we used to have a lot of critters around here that, as a kid, we used to go catch, and there's all houses there now. Lizards, horny toads,
Yeah.
all kinds of shit. You know what a desert horny toad is, right?
Yeah.
They're like a frog,
Good night, Jessica.
but they're kind of like a
Aren't they,
color of red rock dirt, and they have
Yeah.
spikes on the back. They're all spiky and shit.
they're the ones that they'll stand a certain way and the dew will form on their skin and all run down little slots into their mouth, right? I'm
It
pretty
might
sure
be.
that's the horny toad. They got
Yeah.
a certain way they stand, and the morning dew and stuff gathers on them, and they can get
Right.
water away.
Yeah, and I haven't seen them for a long time.
It is
I mean, I used to
Gila
catch them
monster.
everywhere when I was a kid.
What, the Gila monster that's poisonous, venomous? Yeah, I think. They got those, used to have those out west.
Well, no, they're frog-looking things, desert toads, I guess. Something, but
Yeah, the
they're
horny
pretty
toad.
cool looking. They weren't like a frog or a regular toad,
We were talking about frogs the other night on the live stream. That leopard frog smacking me in the forehead was a trip.
I've been frog hunting nighttime with, flashlights and
We
and
were in bed.
phones and
We were in bed. Rose got up. As she walked across the room to turn on the light, she wanted to get up and go pee, Well, as she turned on that light, something smacked me in the forehead. And I reached up and felt, what the hell? A leopard frog. Nice sized one, I hit the ground.
a leopard.
A leopard frog, yeah.
Okay, leopard frog. Okay.
How did he get in the bedroom? The door was closed. We had a dog in the bedroom with us. Where in the hell did that frog come from? It's at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know?
Well, probably the dog bringing it in. Good. Hey, I got a present for you.
Well, that was Gizmo. That's possible. Uh, seen some little tree frogs out here a couple years ago that was really cool. I haven't seen them again. Little gray ones. Completely gray. Yeah, we were talking about frogs and frog legs last time.
I love frog legs.
The biggest bullfrog I've ever seen. The guy had put it in a minnow bucket. You couldn't see the bottom of the bucket.
But
You look in there, it was all frog. That's, bottom of minnow bucket's what, 8 inches around or so?
yeah,
That's how big bullfrog, man.
uh, I think my son was saying something about people in Canada going down south, and just talking about trying to understand what they're saying. And hey, you ever tried powdered eggs? You tried powdered eggs? Yeah, powdered eggs real good. Yeah, powdered eggs.
Yeah, reminds me of there was a comedy skit. I can never remember the guy's name. One of the African comedians, you know. Um, he did a thing about no idea. Thought they were saying, a deer without eyes. But he was down
No,
south, and they were saying they had no idea.
yeah, no idea.
It's a blind.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I get it. But yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea. Yes,
Fire
back
on
then.
cigarette.
Well, it's like when people say Utah and they're from Kentucky, they put an R at the end. It's a Utah.
There's no RTN.
Huh?
I seen something. I can't remember where. I think it was today. Something about Kentucky being called unlucky Kentucky with all the floods and disasters and stuff they've had recently.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys in those alleys.
I was hoping maybe a few more people would show up.
I'll be right back.
There wasn't a whole lot of people live tonight.
No, well, it's getting warmer. I think a lot of lives will slow down because of the people doing other things.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be right back.
Who else is live? One other person. What there was there. I know Bruce probably won't be live tonight, Joanne. from the sounds of things, everybody had a lot of fun at that meetup. He probably needs to rest. Some conversations. I didn't see a whole lot of people live that normally. Do that too. Yeah, I am, Joanne. I don't think I missed anything in chat.
Oh, I forgot to grab a beer.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat, Joanne. Have you seen her fairies? Silent Forgotten? I can drop a link to a channel that has some of them on it. Got her fairies put to music by the guy that owns the channel. Wonder where Brandon's at.
I haven't seen him all day.
Showed up at one last night, and man, there must have been 30 or 40 people that followed him from wherever he was. Some Joy something channel.
Really?
And
You mean like that were in there that followed him that came in?
yeah, come in and said hi and subbed and stuff, you know.
Right.
That was cool. Come to think of it, I think she's live now. That's probably where he's at. Come to think of it. I think that's what I've seen. That Joyce. I can't remember what the last part of the channel name is. Carcuba. Hard name to pronounce.
Well, he used to have a lot of followers. A lot of people used to know him, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people new people do now too. But I mean, he does a lot of Filipino
Yeah,
things, right?
I think that's where that channel's from. I don't see him in chat there.
Look, I haven't seen him all day.
Yeah, Chris, that's his name. I got to remember that. The Silent Forgotten. That's Chris. I'm bad with names. I'm real bad. Yeah, I heard her fairies aren't for children. Yeah. People over here. Okay. All of this, I know. Where's Joanne Sperry's at? Oh, there they are. Okay, here you go, Chris. Check out this link, and it'll take you to John Sooner JH Travels channel, and he has Joanne Sperry's on there with his guitar music behind him. More than happy to give John's channel a shout out.
What?
Yeah, he's awesome. Uh-huh. Well, he put Joanne's Sperry pictures on his channel and put music to them. Yeah, he was on Steve's channel as a guest being interviewed a couple weeks ago. Steve that was up here earlier, Backwoods Misfit. I've known John for a while. Thank goodness. July 18th, 2021. Almost 4 years now. I've had channels. I've known John 3.
Well, I'm new to YouTube.
Seems like it should be longer than that, though.
This is my first day on YouTube.
Okay. Okay. 801 Second Life. I remember the story. Hi, Sliminy.
Hey, there's Slimmy. What's up?
You want to come up this time, Sliminy? I'll drop the link for just a minute if you want to come up. I'm still troll shy.
Well, I was free and loose. That's how I let Slimmy up. I didn't put a banner or nothing. He come in one of my lives, and I just let him straight up.
I seen you was on his live the other night. Last night, was it?
I think last night.
Yeah, I had it playing. I had it playing on my laptop over there while I was at somebody else's live. I forget which one I was on. I didn't realize that lighter would flare out the camera that bad.
Well, I don't know how to put up a banner or whatever you call the block thing. You know,
How to put up what?
when you let someone up live and you don't want people to see it, so you can see when they're new.
Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch of that new kind of stuff. I got no idea what they're talking about. Ah, wrong button, Bill.
I'm also trying to find a way to do it without you say it back.
Come on.
That's a tough line.
Back to what I was doing.
He might be able.
There we go. Now let's see if he's there yet. I need to see your face, though, Slim.
to do anymore. If I have to tomorrow.
Well, I can clip that and send it out there so we get more people.
You need to turn your
Yeah.
camera on, Slim. All I've got's a icon in the basement. Got to make sure it's you and not somebody using your name, you know?
That's right. Well, yeah, he's not blue, so you don't know. You can't verify it yet. I guess I don't know how it works. If it's blue, you can verify it already, right?
I don't know. I can see, you know, what's going to be put on my screen. Other than that, I don't know. I do know all I'm getting is a black screen, Slimmy. The icon disappeared.
I really need to see in person.
Oh, he dropped. Try it again. May have to drop a link again, though. I don't know why that link didn't work through the email for Steve. It should have.
Is he trying to come back up?
Oh, nothing. Want me to drop that link again, Slimmy? I know I accidentally clicked on the link myself last time when I went to remove it. Ended up clicking on it and it worked. So try it again.
Bam, there it is.
I know everybody's been complaining about the way the internet's working or not working or messing up or whatever.
It is what it is. I've never noticed
Well,
anything different.
we're still at solar maximum on the solar cycle for all the solar storms and stuff. Hey, there he is. There he is.
What's up?
What's up, Slimmy?
Yeah, I could hear you, Bill. I could hear you, Bill. But oh shit, never mind. Let me cancel out that other live. Okay.
Why?
But yeah, I could hear you. It's like I can't see you, Slimmy. I went too quick. I didn't. I should have waited for my video to load up on. Yeah, I entered the studio too quick before my video loaded up, and then I seen as soon as it was the bottom, as soon as I seen it, it was just a picture of a camera, and you was like, well, I can't see. That's your picture. I was like, fuck. I was like, shit. I went. I busted in the room too quick. But anyway, it's all good.
Yeah, they're
back out. What's
almost
up, Joanne,
2
guys?
years ago when I quit
Hey,
doing
Joanne.
lives. The things I seen in the basement that day,
Good, brother.
you know.
Oh boy, yeah.
I'm glad I didn't put them on the channel, you know.
I heard y'all saying about the banner. I don't know how to put that banner above, in front of people. But I generally kind of like you. I just make you show your face to me backstage. That way I ain't got it. Because some people like let somebody on avatar and be ready to have. But I just go ahead and show me ahead of time.
Yeah, but I didn't know you when I let you up on mine.
No,
I mean,
I'm with
you. I said, "Bucket, come on up, bro."
But yeah, right on. But yeah,
All they
yeah.
got some avatar or a little bit of film or something, and they won't show their face, and you don't know who they're.
No, I'm with you
You
100.
bring them
Well,
up,
I-
they're swinging their dick around. You don't even know who they are.
Well, I was brand new, so I knew if okay, if it happened, fuck, I'll go back, delete that fucker, and
Right on.
we'll do it again. But I still don't know how to put a banner on or whatever.
Me neither. Not really. That was pretty, a little bit. Fucking.
Wow.
What's up, man? So what you all been into? Just having some cold snacks and whatever, or bullshitting?
What the heck? That comment that I deleted my StreamYard link, it's showing on StreamYard.
Yeah.
What
Even
comment?
though I deleted it from YouTube. So I clicked on it on the three dots. It says an error occurred. Try refreshing the page. What's it about? What?
What?
I'm not going to refresh the page in the middle of a live stream.
Oh no, which I ain't gonna 100% tell you, but I know when I do my laptop and I got my phone doing YouTube, if you do delete it, if somebody deletes or if you delete a comment, you can still see it on your laptop on StreamYard. Nobody else can
Yeah.
see it. It's still deleted. You're the only one. You can the provider is
Oh.
the only one that can still see it. It
Yeah,
stays
it's
there
only-
for you. But if you look on your YouTube side, you'll see it as deleted.
Yeah, it's gone there.
For those, yeah. So
Yeah, I'm using a desktop, and I also got my laptop set up over there. That way, if I'm busy, I can still see the chat.
I'll keep mine for surveillance mute. I keep mine open. I keep an open channel for FCC because them motherfuckers won't let me be with my music. I gotta keep an open channel for fucking shutting me down for copyright bastards. It's all good.
Yeah. I keep hearing somebody talking, but it's cut out.
Sorry.
No,
It's being considered background noise or something, and it's getting cut out sometimes. Is that Jackie talking or something?
yeah, it's
I was talking to somebody on her phone.
Oh,
something
that's
is
probably
right.
what it is.
They trolls rule maybe.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna have trolls, you're not doing it right. Because
Yeah, right on. We used to love them.
if you don't have them, you're not gonna get more. The more you got, the better. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
but
how
that
far
was-
you want to go? Me myself,
That was unnecessary, man.
I
Whoever
don't want to get enough.
whoever got me that night apparently had hundreds of YouTube channels. And when they troll from hundreds of channels, you can't stop them.
Yeah.
You can block them all they want. They just got more channels to bring the same message up.
No, yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't do any good to have your comment thing set on 10
Well, what-
seconds or
so-
10 minutes.
Sometimes
So what do?
using a different
You let
channel.
them do it, and they ignore them, and don't even recognize them,
I say that's
and
the
they
first.
go away.
But
I
you
don't
can't.
Yeah.
You can't. They're popping in that
know.
quick
Yeah,
and running up your scat. And Joanne says, Bill, and it disappears just that quick because there's so many channels, you know?
They're good. I've had them too, but sometimes like 801 says you gotta like it. Just if don't give them any traction to begin with,
Don't
you
even
just
say nothing to them. Just let them do their thing.
let it roll.
After 20, they go away.
After 20 minutes, I gave up.
I've seen a lot of them.
I'd blow a fuse at some point in time too, but yeah.
You know, you have mods that block them, and they come back with a different one. They
Yeah.
block them, they come back with a different one. Block them, they come back with a different one.
They were coming back with new channels each time.
Yeah. And you
And
can there, Brandon.
By the time the four of us got the first four blocked, there was 30 or 40 more channels with that
Oh,
same
they
comment.
They did a sure enough fucking troll fucking raid
You know,
that night.
they
Yeah, that's what just shut it down.
yeah,
Maybe start over.
Because there was
you know,
times that we would have it be only a couple that would come in, and we would fucking entertain me, Solitaire and shit. We was like, "Hey, what do you want to change about yourself?" And we just throw shit right back at them. Every time they asked us, we throw the fucking right back at them. They couldn't ever answer none of the questions. They were just getting mad and leave. We'd make trolls leave sometimes because we was just for a little bit,
this,
and then
this stuff they
I don't know. It's crazy, but what people
Well,
get out of this shit, it's fucking
I,
ridiculous.
I kind of like the
the
trolls
stuff
that
I
Myron
seen in
has.
the basement that night still haunts me.
Because Myron has some good trolls in his. You know, like he's got copies of people in there, and but they're more funny than they are. They're not rude or disrespectful. It's more funny comedy type shit.
Mhm.
And you know, like 5 of them are one person, 5 of those are another person, and
Exactly. Yeah, they're quick. They'll come on me. I got an Evan dude. We call him Evan. That's Evan again. Like you say, he'll come in. He'll get. He's right back. I mean, fucking like that. Like and the same talking point. You can tell because they say the same, almost the same kick. It's the same. You know what I mean? You can tell it's the same person 5 times
yeah,
or how many ever.
well, because of the rhythm, right?
Yeah, and the way they talk, their talking point. And all
Yeah.
you need is an email address. I can sit here and make 100 email addresses tonight and be ready.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do such a fucking thing because I got better things to do in my fucking time. But yeah, I never thought about it like that. But you could really sit up there. You could set up a shitload of emails in one sitting and name them motherfuckers every fucking channel. Because as soon as you set it up and log into YouTube, that's a channel.
Yeah.
You're now a channel.
yeah, a good computer guy can just have all that done automatically.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
write some code and
yeah.
Well, I have like
1,000
700 channels. How many you guys got?
You know?
I got just the 3.
Well, I got 1.
Just
Yeah,
the 3.
I
I
got
Well,
do have 3.
I actually have 2.
Well, I got 2, 3. I got 3 just because of the emails I got. Because technically, every email I got, it's the YouTube channel if I want it to be. But so I got like 3, but 2 of them for different purposes. But yeah, they could have preload.
Oh, Joanne, I was looking at my moderator list, and I went down and looked at my band list. Becca May somehow got herself banned on my channel, and I don't understand how. I unbanned her. She's one of my moderators. How can she get banned?
Go to her name and click on it, don't you?
Yeah, I unbanned her.
Oh, okay.
I took her off that list. But she's a moderator. How did she get banned?
Somebody else.
Higher
Only-
moderator. You or
only-
someone else had to have done it.
Only a managing moderator can ban them.
Right. So that'd be you or someone else that you have a
There's
manager
only
of.
4 people, and I can't imagine any of them banning her. I haven't figured that one out yet, but I fixed it. So yeah, Becca's cool. She was there that night. She witnessed the night of the million trolls. Gary was there too. Belt loop. Oh, hey, I'll bet that's what happened. Belt Loop's a managing moderator. We were banning trolls so fast and furious, he might have accidentally banned her.
Probably had.
I'll bet it was the 29th troll that came in, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Right? Probably the 29th one.
28.
Could be.
30.
Could be.
Around there.
Yep. if it was Gary, then yeah, it was probably the 29th.
Here's Gary.
Yeah, he was trying to help, but there
Well,
wasn't nothing we could do to them people.
Hmm.
I mean, it was obvious they were already subscribed to me with all them channels.
no, probably not
You know?
even subscribed. They just found your channel. They just found it. Just like, let's go get
Well,
this motherfucker.
Well, yeah,
No.
because you can turn subscribers, only subscribers for how long can talk.
Yeah, I
5
had that
minutes,
on.
2 days, 24 hours, or whatever.
Yeah,
Right?
well, yeah, you don't want to go with 24 hours because you know people probably won't
Didn't
come back.
anybody?
Well, no, but you can, right?
But yeah, I had it on
Yeah,
like
5
5
minutes.
or 10
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
or something.
Oh, so you did have that mode on. So yeah, they at least hung out that long just to fucking fuck around. Oh,
Yeah.
little fuckers.
You know, well, it's been a year and a half till I finally got enough whatever to try another live again.
I've had like the troll scene one bad just on a positive note, which has only happened to me once, but during the football season, I don't know how many of y'all watch football, but I watch NFL football. But and I would do all the night games, the Monday night games, the Thursday night games, Sunday night games, blah blah blah. I'll make real quick. But one night I was doing one of my, it was either a Sunday night game, and I was that, and I just got somebody up on the panel with me, and next thing you know, it's like, holy shit, my chat just started filling up. And I was like, one like you would deal like you was talking about. I was like, shit,
Yeah,
like man, there's 180 people in the fucking chat right now. But then I started reading them. Everything was positive. Hey, go this, go that. And then somebody started, hey, this is in. Ended up finding out the dude's from Wisconsin. He's got a great big channel, and he does Grossi raids. He finds people like little young guys streaming, and he does a raid and
Small
sends all the
channel.
people up with like positive. Yeah, they come over there and subscribe if you want to, and they give me. But at first, I was like, when the Beagles deal, I said, oh my fucking 140, 150, 180. What the? Oh my God. I'm about
yeah,
to like start bringing out the fucking. And then at the time, I want a couple of my people there. I was like, where's my mods? I'm going to need some fucking help in there. And then I realized it was actually a good, and it was pretty cool. And there's a few people stuck around, still come around here and there. But yeah, it's like, yeah, that's what we do. We find somebody streaming the football game like we are at halftime, and they do a raid. And I was like, but yeah, they freaked me out at first. It's like, whoa. That turned out being right.
as long as they're being nice, that's great.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
I think it was Steve's live last night where Brandon came in and brought Joy, and I can't pronounce her last name. Carcuba. Carcuba.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. He brought her in, and then the next thing we knew, there was must have been 30 people from her channel stopped by.
Yeah.
None of them stuck around long, but most of them subscribed, so
Yeah.
that was cool.
Sure love. I think I'm subbed to you. I'm pretty sure I'm subbed up to you. Yeah. So that's how we do. Hell, 801 done that on me one night too. I was sitting there, next thing you know, he brought a little crowd over for a minute. Some folks I've known here and there, but they've never been over there. Actually, my channel. Those here around. Some of them still pop in here and there. Yeah.
Smoking too many cigarettes again. I do that when I get on live streams.
That's what I do when I get on panel.
Yeah,
it's like truck driving. I mean, I gotta smoke all the time. I'll
Gotta have
put one
something to
out, and
do.
I'll have one in my hand all ready to light up as soon as I put that out. I'm like, the fuck am I doing?
Oh yeah.
You'll be hitting a cigarette or hitting the bowl.
Well, you guys all know me. You seen
Well,
it.
this last stuff I got's really good. 801. Oh man. I don't know. It's got no name. I have no idea what the
It
name
don't
is.
matter.
Horse with no name.
Got that real sweet taste. Oh man.
But yeah,
Right on.
It might be. I wonder if they ever gave it a name. In the mid 1970s, there was a guy around here that started growing pot. And the story goes that he's still selling that same strain. He kept the same strain going the whole since then. This stuff kind of tastes like it. I know I had tasted some way back when, and then I tasted some in the last 20 years. And I could tell it was the same pot. You know, it had that same, it's got a distinctive taste.
Right on.
Almost got like a little bit of rubber eraser kind of smell, kind of to the taste. I don't know how else to explain it.
rubber eraser.
Back in the day, we had the gummy kind of erasers, the square ones that were light colored,
Yeah.
almost white.
Pink and then one. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They had a certain smell to them. It's kind of reminiscent of that smell. It's not a bad taste. It's actually a really good taste.
That's funny shit, right?
I've never,
what he's saying is true, right?
Yeah.
I've never found anything else that tastes like that to compare it, though. You know?
Right. Hey, I'm with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Bill. It tastes like fucking
That
eraser.
guy's a trip. That guy's been busted so many times and never went to jail. The evidence always gets tampered with. Case gets thrown out.
Oh,
You know,
I can tell you, I've been arrested for marijuana 11 times.
the last time that I know of that he got in trouble, the IRS wanted to know how come you ain't paying taxes on all this money you're making? It's like, but he's making it illegally. You can't pay taxes on that.
Yeah. That's why not. Well, it's not.
It's costing a buttload of money to get out of that deal. Oh, fire falling out of the cigarette.
I gotta get grab another cold snack. I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Grab me one, will you?
I'm drinking root beer again tonight.
Okay.
IBC.
Mug?
IBC.
IBC. All right.
It's in a glass bottle.
Absolutely.
I'm so sick of plastic, it's pathetic. Can't do no more pop in plastic. It's just getting to be too much.
I remember we used to have those gallon jugs back in the 70s.
And
They were
fill 'em
glass,
up with-
and they had
fill 'em
the
up.
cardboard top on it, though, right? That you can put back on.
Cardboard.
What are you talking about? With the bottle, the soda bottles?
Gallons of milk.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Milk used to come in a glass gallon jug,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and people would all the time rinse them out, clean them out,
Uh,
and instead of turning them back in for deposit, you take them down to your local ice cream shop or whatever. They'd fill it with root beer. Bring it home, and you got a whole gallon of root beer.
Oh, yeah.
Buy a gallon of ice cream.
Yeah, you got root beer floats for the whole neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yep.
there you go. Sure. Right on.
The whole neighborhood. That was the 60s. There was freaking kids everywhere. Our little neighborhood must have had 300 kids in it. You know, every family had 4, 5, 6, 7 kids.
Well, that was me, but our houses were a little spread out, and no, I didn't have. We weren't as populated, I would say.
Should have been there the day that guy showed up. The one neighbor showed up. He just got back from down south. He opened his trunk and he said, "You can have the smaller of them 2 watermelons." Huh? The smaller watermelon was 56 pounds. The one he took home was 78.
It's a fucking person.
Well, you can imagine what happened when my dad cut into a 56-pound watermelon. Kids come out of the woodwork, man. Freaking kids lined up all over the place along watermelon.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Well, how you eat a 56-pound watermelon?
Yeah, get a bunch of kids.
Yeah, well, we ate it that day. Yeah, it was gone.
Well, yeah, but not just your family. Yeah, you had to have some help.
Open up a tailgate or something. I remember at least maybe not the bigger watermelons, but even back in the day when we was young, when we had one, that was the thing. You know, at least the one for a family, one a 56-pounder, but per se. But yeah, that was always the thing. That driveway out there, truck bed, fucking tailgate down, fucking newspaper, some shit around. Okay, y'all gather up. You know what little, what siblings of us. There was
Watermelon seed plates.
There was 5 of us would have been at home at that time if we was all there. It was 5 total. But yeah, it was always outdoor. Get out there and get some of that watermelon.
Watermelon seed plates. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your aunt and uncles telling you, if you swallow that thing, a watermelon's gonna grow out your ear and all that good shit.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it, man.
Yeah. See, all those good stories are disappearing.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah.
We got up to all kind of crazy shit back then.
Yeah, but it was fun. We didn't give a fuck, did we? We still did what you said not to.
We defied shit that shouldn't even.
We had a neighbor living behind us. Okay, these are all slab houses. Some of them had basements, but all small 1960 built houses. Okay,
concrete slabs.
Must have been 100 of them in that small area.
Oh yeah, see, had a.
And we had the guy behind us. He was a urban farmer. Okay, his lot was like 200 feet long and 50-some feet wide. The back half was all garden. One day the circus was in town.
Okay.
And he went there and he bought a whole truckload of elephant poop. Brought it home, scattered on his garden. Woke up the next day and his garden was dying. It killed everything.
That shit was probably so.
except his rhubarb.
Oh,
His rhubarb grew like crazy.
hope he was a big fan of rhubarb.
Well, it's got its roots in there already.
My one brother got busted stealing some of his rhubarb. The
Wow.
only thing left he had, he wasn't happy.
But yeah, I guess that elephant dong or whatever was too tense for what he had to grow, and maybe he didn't. Maybe should have ratioed it out a little bit differently. Maybe.
Well, you got to be careful
Or
when you put.
maybe let it sit for a month or something.
Well, or a
know?
year. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of poop is
He
hot.
killed everything.
You got to be careful.
It was
Killed his
like,
Especially
corn, his
like old-
peppers, his tomatoes, his cucumbers, his
oh
killed it all.
boy. Wow.
But anyhow,
can't
good
put-
night, Chris.
It's,
You can't put that too hot of stuff in there, or it burns the roots. I mean, you gotta.
Yeah.
That's kind of
yeah.
well, like meat and shit, which is the best, right?
Smoking.
Besides that,
Mm.
you gotta let it rest in a 5-gallon bucket for a year before you can even use it. Put in your garden, you know.
It burned up. Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah,
But yeah, but all those like slab houses and all, I stayed all my life. I never was really close. That never no kind of neighborhood had that many kids. I never need a 55-pound watermelon close enough to people.
Well, you know how big the trunks were in cars back then. You could throw, what, 8, 10 dead bodies in them,
at least 4, right?
Them two
I mean, at least
watermelons.
4.
Yeah, them 2 watermelons took up the whole trunk.
Yeah. That's wild.
I don't know how they got them in there. How do you get a 78-pound watermelon into the trunk of a car without breaking?
Couple.
Well, back then, cars were actually pretty tough back then, though, right?
Yeah.
They weren't these pussies they are now.
Yeah, roll it downhill a little bit, like towards like a ditch or something, or a little slope. Roll it downhill a little bit. Couple good fellas. Roll that bitch right up. Put a piece of rope on it or something if you need to. The trunk went and closed and thump it. So yeah, that shit ain't going nowhere. Fucking let's go.
Kids these days are really missing out.
Oh, I tell you.
They just don't understand.
They built a new department store. At one point, they piled up dirt across the street from the department store that was probably 40 feet high. Big ass mound of dirt, right? Well, where they built the parking lot for the department store, at the back, you dropped down about 10 feet. Down, driveway. That little bit of road, and then that hill. Now, you know what kids with bikes are going to do, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's a big ass hill, man. You would fly the whole way down,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, after the one kid's wheel fell off, they come in and they lowered. You can imagine. It broke both his shoulder blade or collarbones.
Wait, and those?
Well, you know what happens when you land without a front wheel on a bike, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go right up over the top.
And unless you're experienced rider, where you like land on the back wheel and like wheelie this bitch out until you can come to a safe landing. But
no, you just start using like a pogo stick.
I'd be crashed out. The wheel, you lose
you do
that
like
weight.
a pogo stick and start bouncing that tire.
Kind of crazy shit.
Hey, I had one year we had some old Huffy fucking things, real quick, but doing all that shit with the neighborhood we used to, But then it's like when they put the bigger road in, you still had that off street. You know how they always leave them little sections every now and then where the old bigger road came in. There's spots of the old road left. Well, that's where we was over there fucking around on the old road. But I got one Christmas they got me, and it was it was a bike. It was a big chopper motherfucker. It had big chopper forks on it. I mean, it was kind of cool. It was cool. Shit came on with it. But everybody got different shit. And they was all jumping in shit. And I was fucking pedaling my ass off about this fucking, you need a front wheel. Cause man, this motherfucker, I was like, man, I can't keep that goddamn big fucking forked up. And back on the short note, what the kids can't do these fucking days that I would do like 13, 14, whatever that was. But it's like, man, I don't know that. So, man, how about that? I got this bike over here, which is always good. So we changed the fucking front end. I took the fucking goddamn big long forks off of it and put a regular fucking some shit on there. Now,
Yeah.
jumping some shit, bring it home. It was shortly after Christmas shitting time. Stepdad, madder than hell. You go back down there and you put that bike the way it was when you. It's like, fuck, I can't jump with the fucking thing. But anyway, that was it.
Is anybody else hearing crackling noises?
A little bit.
It's not on my end, not my headphones or something.
Well, I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from.
I'm not hearing it now.
You're probably good. You're probably good. I was testing. It was me. Sometimes when Slimmy Cricket gets all carried away and starts down telling the story, I overload my microphone over here. My bad.
That's okay.
I was pissed off about having to put in forks back on that bike. I didn't want them forks. Can't.
Yeah, we had a kid in the neighborhood that did that. I think his record was something like 13 forks that he put on the front of his bike. The front wheel was like 10 feet away from him. You know? Seen him lose that once. He wasn't going very fast, luckily. One of his forks broke.
Aren't you supposed to have a really big tire up front and a really small tire in the back? Get on with a ladder or something?
Oh,
You know, that's how we rode them, right? Oh, shit, yeah.
all kind of things. Toys were better back then.
Everything was. Well, everything was. I mean, how do you...
We had these little gyroscope-looking rocket launcher things. They must have been bought 1959, I think, 1960. They would shoot over top of a two-story house. You put them down on their little spring thing and shoot it up over the house, and it would land in the front yard. You know? Hey, Steve's back. You need the link, Steve?
What's up, Steve?
Steven!
You hear them calling your name, Steven?
Steve!
One of my favorite Alice Cooper songs. Steve.
I was talking about Alice Cooper in the thing the other day. Oh, Slimmies. Hey, last night.
Yeah.
You talked about Alice Cooper.
Be there in just a second, Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta get this off my thing. I have a picture of me holding two shirts of Alice Cooper's, and then him holding that picture of me holding that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm holding two of his shirts. I bought them
Looks
say
like
2016.
What's up?
looks like he's frozen. You with us, Steve?
Maybe.
It's all blacked out on my end. Well, now something's coming to life. Mhm.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Might be having internet problems. He's out in the truck.
Oh, there he is. Maybe. Yeah. Pardon me.
Excuse me. Well, I hit the floor. What's up, backwoods?
Yeah, we're not hearing anything from you, Steve.
Avatar.
I'm in the pumping.
No, I hear the thumping's coming in. They say this time I don't think it's me. My internet is bad. I'm in a truck.
Open, you just dropped.
He's in a truck. You're not in the back of a truck, are you? What kind of truck? Internet's bad.
Well, he's been kidnapped.
He's crying for help? No, I stopped. But if he really is, we probably should be serious about it, though, too, at the same time. We should be prepared for anything these days.
Well, he's
Try
probably
this.
driving back home, eh?
Try this again, Steve. Okay. Don't stay down and chat then, huh?
Stuck in the truck. Mhm. 801, you still hitting the lakeside or whatever tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Bucks a day.
Today's Monday.
That's just money. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no,
That's
it's Tuesday now.
yeah, fuck that midnight shit. Fuck that. No, I was a day off. Fuck, I ain't worried about that after midnight
Hey.
thing for me. But yeah, so Wednesday still. I don't know why I was thinking it was Tuesday when
Yeah,
I
it's
started.
still Monday for me because I haven't went to sleep
Yeah,
yet, right?
still Monday to me until I wake up, so we're good.
Yeah. Right?
But it's still in the plan, though.
It's Monday night still.
I got you. But you're still planning on headed up there Wednesday? Nothing to
Oh
say?
yeah, I booked a room when I was up there. When I went up there, I booked a room for me and my daughter. We're going up Wednesday.
Interesting to hear some results if y'all catch any fish or whatever.
Whoa. Oh. Hopefully I do. You know, I might come back Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You know, depending on how it was. If it's not ready yet when I get there Wednesday and Thursday,
Yeah,
I might come out Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I got you.
It's just the best time of the year to fish. And they're going to go nuts as soon as that ice comes from the shore so many feet, you know. You can start casting, you're going to start tail some big ones.
No, I'm with you.
Good fish. So,
Yeah. Look forward to some updates.
and I'm going to try different baits. I'm going to do lures. I'm going to do worms. You know, I'll have two different setups so I can switch back and forth, different lures, different
Mm.
worms or whatever. See what's working. I mean, To get technically, I guess I get 2 pulls. It's a lot license with both pulls. Well, no, I don't. Okay, get your license, and I think that makes legal with 2 pulls. Your license is good for 2 pulls.
Per person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What it used to be here in Ohio was just 2. I don't know if it still is though. I haven't been fishing in a long time.
Well, I'll tell you what, our fishing game suck. They suck. Utah fishing game sucks. Fuck you guys.
Ohio
They go hard on us.
Ohio seems to have been putting a lot of money into fancy boat ramps and not putting much money back into things like stocking fish. You know?
Oh no. Well, because like they don't even stock the rivers here. They got ponds here in the city now, so that they can all just go to those ponds, try to get fish there, and check everybody's license. It's just a money grab. But they won't do the big shit anymore like we used to. They stole my fucking inheritance from that lake I'm going to. I mean, we had outhouses and shit for years, and they just put water in their bathrooms and showers and shit. 5 years later, they turned it into a state park. Yeah, they fucked us hard.
What were
But
those grasshoppers? 801, you might know. Sorry that cut you off, but what Joanne said about that, remember them California? I mean, we used to get them off the tree. What the fuck do we call them other than green caterpillars? Like I used to fish with the caterpillar worms. I think she's talking about ones we used to get off the
oh yeah, that'd work.
trees, the green ones. Remember, I never had, but I didn't use them a lot. What the fuck? Other than just the caterpillar worm, I thought it was something else when we fetched them off the damn green bastards. Just green bastards.
Anything that's moving would probably work. I mean, mouse, mice work. Baitfish, crawdads, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, I never used mice. I used mice like shaped lures. Look like a little mouse.
No, I've used a live mouse once. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It's one of the coolest. Well, I caught a brown trout. It's, no, God, probably 18 inches. Just beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, Joanne, on the caterpillar tree. I guess that's what they call it, a caterpillar tree. That's what I guess I always call it. I don't know if there's a technical name, Joanne Blast, but caterpillar tree. We used to have a Pataka, but there's a name for the worm, Pataka worm or something like that. In caterpillars, Pataka, there's a name for the actual worm other than caterpillar. I want to say Pataka. I don't think that don't sound. I mean, it sounds similar, but it ain't fucking
Well,
right.
it's kind of like that. I believe is what she's trying to say at the end too. So, yeah.
Yes.
Tent caterpillars before didn't work too well. They're not really big enough. Hard to hook them.
Good fucking grasshoppers, crickets. Cricket's good for little fish.
Oh, them, yeah.
Crickets
Oh,
black.
good.
Yeah, the black
anything's
crickets.
good.
Black crickets work really good for fanfish. Yeah. Bluegill, crappie. Yeah.
If there's any there, if they're any kind of hungry, you probably get at least from something you might just downsize your hook.
Well, downside, I've caught some big fish on a very small hook. You know what I mean? Well, I guess not compared to you guys that catch these big, really big ones. I mean, we're talking like catching a 5 pound fish on a little hook like that, you know.
Yeah, because you use the little hook when you catch a big one. Yeah. I usually break out the little hooks when I'm trying to catch, like, especially the little brim around the ponds, especially here in North Carolina and shit, like a little pond with the little brimmer up there. And the one used like a whatever size brim hook right there ain't good. I like get what I would always call it cricket hook or whatever. I was like, no, give me a little. What's the smallest hook you got in your fucking box?
Yeah.
And then I'll get them. And I take little fish and then you take little fish, catch big fish if you want to. Or at least catch little fish you get for half. And sometimes kids, put a little hook on there. But yeah, and step them up, and then go catch a mess of brim to go, and then maybe down to the river and do a little catfishing with those fish.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of them fucking little bluegills and shit like that, you got to. And them little pecker, we always call them peckerheads. I don't know everybody else, little fucking peckerhead motherfuckers sitting and feed it worms for fucking about an hour. I'm gonna get them something.
Yeah, they get big once in a while, though.
Get one. Oh, they do, but we usually get them at that time of year when they're like, off the bed and they're little peckerheads. But yeah, you get those what we call titty brims when you got to hold it against your chest to take the hook out of it. That's the brim you want. That's the one to come home and cook.
I think the record for a bluegill here is probably around 2 pounds now. That's a good sized bluegill.
Yeah, oh yeah. I don't know what I am in Carolina, probably somewhere 2.5, not big, but yeah. But then, yeah, that's good.
Seen some rather large black crappie too. My brother caught one that was like 14.5 inches long. That's big black crappie. We didn't even know what it was. I'd never seen a black crappie that big, I'd take it to the bait store and say, "What the hell did we catch?"
Oh yeah.
Hey, you can't have that.
We were just kids,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
hoping Wednesday it produced for me.
that was a nice lake. Bummer that guy sold it to a doctor. He said, "Nah, get out." There was lake trout in this lake. It had to be 2 foot, maybe 30, 32 inches long. You could see them swimming. They just hover out there.
Were they deep?
It was a weird setup. We were camping there. The lake was only about 5 acres, but it was originally 39 feet deep at the dam. We weren't allowed to fish off the dam.
Right.
That's where them trout hang out.
Yeah.
I've seen some nice bass caught out of that lake. A lot of nice crappie. Yeah, my brother caught a 14.5 inch crappie there. Well, 14 1/4. At the time, the state record was 14 3/4.
Yeah. That was a beaut.
Yeah, that big crappie. Oh man, yeah, them worms would be everywhere. The worms you're talking about are really caterpillars, right? They're gonna crawl everywhere. Strangest thing I've ever seen inside a camper. Seen a walking stick.
A walking stick?
Yeah, I seen something moving, and I thought, what the hell? And I went over and looked, and crawling across the window ledge in the camper, about as long as my finger, big leg sticking out, a walking stick. That was cool. Strange, but cool. Probably only seen, what, 2 or 3 of them in my life, you know?
Yeah, I've never seen one.
I got one more. I don't know what y'all doing, but cheers, gentlemen. I'm gonna have one more beer with y'all if y'all here long enough for that or not or
Well,
Have to accept root beer.
yeah, well, that works good. Oh good. Vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, I don't drink.
yeah, you got one. This is my last beer, and I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Our last beer. We got fucking out of here. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I gave up drinking back in my 20s.
Really? If you don't mind me asking, Bill, roughly how I'm 54. How old are you?
In, what, 2 weeks here? Something like that, I'll be 68.
68. Damn shit, yeah, you're 10, 14 year old. Yeah.
Yep, born in 1957.
You're Myron's age.
I was exact to the day Myron's age. He
You
was
guys share
born
the
in
same birthday?
he was born in Canada the same day I was born here. Yes.
Oh, wow.
You
No,
could
okay, I didn't know. Oh, yeah, same day.
be in pretty good. We could be in pretty good damn health. That's I can tell. I mean, not fuck what I know, but yeah.
This is a really old camera. Camera's probably what, a 2 or 3 megapixel or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can say that's a little bit grainy, but I can tell you've seen you a little. That camera ain't giving you justice right now. I can tell that probably for your age. You're telling me, so damn. Oh, yeah.
Yep, graduated high school in 75. Missed out on the draft by just what, 5 months?
That's 4 years old. 4 years old and 75.
Vietnam
You
draft
born
ended
71.
January of 75. Turned 18 in May.
Oh,
Lucked out there. I'd have been Canadian otherwise.
I turned 18 in 1985.
Fucking do some math. Ooh, it's pretty good.
Cheers,
Wow.
everyone.
Ooh, it never got me by the boo boo. Do you partake in weed? Yes. Well, I thought you did. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'd seen somebody picking a bowl up there.
I made that.
Yeah, wouldn't.
Yeah, I made that.
Yeah.
Carburetor on the end.
Yeah.
Back around 1993 or 4, I made that. Been using it every day since.
I don't know.
The clay?
No, that's wood.
Just like wood.
Wood? Like it? Yeah.
Don't
Maybe
ask me
look
what kind.
Huh.
It was
Why
a
not?
really white colored wood.
at
It started life out as a stair step on a grand staircase in a mansion. that was built in the early 1900s. So it's probably what, some kind of like ash or something.
Yeah, it's definitely big fucking
Been an
hardwood,
excellent pipe. Been an
Brazilian
excellent pipe.
fucking hardwood or some crazy shit. Had to be
It could
something.
be. Yeah, it could be.
Oh, it's still working.
It was really white, and after getting done making it, I took some olive oil and I run some olive oil through the center,
Yeah.
through all, and then all over the outside. I set it inside an oven with a pilot light, just above the pilot light, so it got 100 degrees or so overnight. The oil would soak in good. First bowl tasted terrible because of the olive oil, but after that, it worked great.
Yeah.
Oh, CB's here. Hi, CB.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I
Right
met
on,
Mary
man.
Jane when I was either late 14 or early 15 years old, something like that.
Really?
Look,
That's about
TV.
the same. Maybe a little. Well, just a little bit. 12, 13, my older brothers and shit. I knew he was doing it, and he would like come. Maybe about 13 or 14, he would bring me to the side. Cause I was on him. I knew he was up to doing some shit. And I was like, "Come on." He's like, nah, you ain't, whatever. Then he finally, he'd roll on. He said, okay. So he'd bring me aside, like light up a joint and like, and give it to me like, he's like, okay, all right, I got to go. I'm about to do my shit. So fuck. So that's how about 13 or 14. That's when he started like every day and everything.
I think
Hey,
my brother was probably 15 or 16 when my littlest brother. I'm the oldest of six.
okay. I'm like the next to the littlest or youngest.
That's like my little brother. My youngest sister's younger than him, but he's next to the last.
Yeah, and there's the last little cricket and buzzard. That's all we got left with.
The three siblings in between don't smoke. So.
Oh
One's
yeah,
cool,
no,
the other two are pains in the ass.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
The other two are the reason
yeah.
why I don't want my last name used on here. If they ever find out I have a YouTube channel, I'm done. I'll have to shut this one down and try and maybe make another one. And if they find it, I'll have to shut it down. I know they'll come in here and cause trouble. Want me to go to their church or whatever the hell,
Nah, oh yeah.
One closest to me in
Oh, my
age, and then my youngest sister. Those are the only two that are decent people. And they're really nice people.
I was just saying, as far as with our family, between the 4 or 5 of us, four boys, 1 girl, it's me and which is my half brother by my stepdad, which I grew up from 2 years old. But so there's like 4 of us on my biological dad's side. But yeah, but I grew up with my same mom, stepdad side as a 2 years old. We grew up together. When now we still lay. I can throw a rock in his house, and like I say, between all of us, we're still like we're 3 years apart, and we held it down. We were the last two to leave the fucking nest. We fucking probably kicked fucking fought more than different fights because we were closer together. Because after me, our next step up is 6 years old. I got a brother 6 years older than me next in line, and then like a sister a couple more years, and then a brother a couple more years. So the last two, me and my younger big brother, just go ahead and get that because my dad was a short motherfucker. He was a big motherfucker. I got a younger big brother. It didn't take about fucking too long to figure out. We're gonna have to figure this out, motherfucker. I'm still your elder, you big son of a bitch. But
But anyway, but we was close apart, and we still are today. We still live. He's right there. We're 3 years apart. We've been there. His family, his niece, his nephew, and we just all and some of them. That's all I got to say about that. But some of the other older siblings and shit, they moved away. They didn't like my life, and they don't really like our. The other brother I'm talking about right now, his lifestyle is more like what you're seeing out of me right now. We like to fucking drink some beer, have a good time. Yeah, and the rest of them just whatever. A bunch of squares.
Can't do that.
But yeah.
And Bouglier's here.
Good.
So how you doing
What's up?
today? I'm not sure how to pronounce the name, but it looks French to me. And Bouglier.
Good.
Yeah, computer's fine. Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah, okay. Uh-huh. I remember now. I'm getting tired. I'm a bit stoned. Yep, so how you doing tonight, Emily?
Emily.
And the only problem I have with this bowl is keeping the screen. Man, 801,
Yeah.
back in the day, when we bought a screen, you could shape the screen, right?
Oh, scissors, cut it what size you want.
Well, mainly shape it because it was the little pieces in it, you know? They were
Oh.
big enough,
Yeah.
whatever you call that. They were bigger than the ones now. And you could bend them and they would stay, right? And
Yeah.
these ones now, you bend them, and by the time you get them in the bowl, they're all bent out of shape.
I haven't bought a screen in years.
And you can't. They're junk.
That little black pack you buy, right? 5-packer.
I can't find them anywhere that aren't real thin.
Yeah. Shit.
This one here is a stainless steel screen that I really shouldn't be using, but
Yeah, go to the store and get a scrubby. Stainless steel.
no, I'm not.
I'm just fucking around.
Chore boy, no.
Yeah, no shit. No.
Ain't buying no chore boy. Yeah, I knew people years ago that was into that.
That's why I used to. I maybe used to like. I used to one dinner now. It gets aggravated when it stopped up. But I used to use old like dugout. That one bowl you got. I was trying to look for the wooden part of my dugout, like similar type of wood on it.
I got
find it.
2 of those.
Okay. What do you need, leather?
I don't know spring in
Yeah, I
there,
got 2 of them.
so I don't need a screen for that.
Yeah, I got a brass one and an aluminum one. And the one
almost got done.
dugout part is a slide across the top. The other one's a swivel. I don't like the swivel ones.
You know, I got the slide back and forth one. That thing.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I might tell you wrong. I don't know what a motherfucker is. It's somewhere up here, but
Years ago, I went to Montana for about 3 months to try and find work.
Nope. Yep, I got this. It's this swivel. It's this swivel, motherfucker.
I like to
Yeah.
slide around. It's the swivel. That
Yeah, I
kind of
like
like
to
would
slide.
it on your boat. But
Anyhow,
go
when I
ahead.
was in Montana, I made a quarter of an ounce last me almost 3 months, a good 2 months,
3 months. Wow.
just using a dugout. Well, I didn't know anybody. It was highly illegal out there,
But
So I, 2 or 3 hits a day, and it was some really good pot. That helped. But
well, enough to get you through the
yeah,
day.
by the time it was gone, I finally met somebody that partied that could get some pot. Bums me out. I lost his phone number. Uh,
Well, I sure as hell can't smoke as much pot as I used to. Well, I'm no Myron, that's for sure. Myron, he'll smoke a pound a month by himself.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Whew.
yeah, I don't see how he does it.
Ain't no fucking
And
way.
he's Gandalf's age.
Yeah.
I have a hard time getting through a gram a day.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I roll a joint, that joint, I could light that thing up 4 times at least.
When you put it in a bowl instead of a joint, you end up with that many more hits on it.
Well, maybe.
Do an eighth for a week or so. Shit.
If you make sure the bowl goes out, yeah. And if you don't burn it up when you plate it,
Well, I guess it depends on how big your bowl is then, right?
oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Can't breathe. I got
But yeah, I could usually get 20 hits out of that bowl. See how big it is. Can't get a gram in it. It'll
Yeah.
do more than a half of one.
Well, I mean, I probably used to smoke maybe 10 joints a day, you know.
Back when it was $30 Colombian, yeah.
Well, and back when it's concrete, work outside all day, you know, out there
We,
doing my shit.
when I worked in the factory, we were standing at the time clock one night, and the subject come up, and I said how many joints I rolled, and it went down the line, and we counted them up, and it was like 28 joints that we had smoked that night at work.
Yeah.
Hi, David.
Colombian dirt. I mean, shit, we'd have a safety meeting at work, framing a house. We'd go out back and there'd be like 6 joints fired up in a fucking clay. Only taking a 15-minute break. Let's do it. Let's do this thing.
Yeah, the buddy.
Get you something to drink. Let's get back to work.
I had a buddy thought it'd be funny one day and say, "Oh God, we're to these people's house." You know, he said, "Here, Dutton, smoking their joint, Dutton, here, Dutton." And I said, "Oh, here, puddle up." Yeah, it's getting about pretty quick. He's smoking meth, and I'm smoking weed, but he wanted tried to make me look bad in front of people, so I get right back to him.
I had a maid working there for a while. Most of the time, I was the crew leader. I had guys working with me that smoked and knew how to work hard, knew how to impress the boss. We always put out more tonnage per man hour than any other shift. And then, when the boss does bitch because you took a half-hour lunch, you just look at him and say, "Okay, Ed, we'll work like day turn does." Oh, no, wait a minute. No. Say, Wall, you know, you get your pat on the back, you leave us alone. Yeah. Yeah, well, Ed used to smoke with us before he became a foreman, so.
Well, I'll tell you, it's about concrete.
Ed
When you're doing
happens to
concrete,
like,
you got to go out there and be the best you can, better than anybody else.
Ed happens to like hash. Guess what Ed did after he became a foreman? He took up smoking a tobacco pipe. Right?
Yeah.
Little hash in the tobacco pipe, nobody ever knows.
Yeah. Oh, it's tobacco pipe now. I got you. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, Ed, leave us alone. Yes, we went out back, smoked 3 joints, took a half-hour lunch. You still get your attaboy come morning, you know.
Well, I worked with a guy doing concrete one time, and we were doing a walkout basement. We added a room out with foundation, and we're gonna do the walkout steps. And we go lunch, and me and this guy start smoking weed, and guy, like, don't smoke weed, you're gonna fuck up all this shit, and fuck, you don't want to. Okay, but we smoked it anyway. We got back to the job site. He started laying out the stairs. Well, coming through the door or down the stairs to the door, you gotta have 3 feet. Well, he went right off the door there. I say, you can't do that. You gotta draw those stairs. So he started doing it again. And so I'm in there grading out where we're gonna pour the basement floor. I come back and look again. He's got 8-inch steps. Well, you can't have 8-inch steps. Uh, you know, that's not gonna work out when we get to the top where we gotta pour the patio.
Right.
So I looked at it and said, hey, maybe you should start smoking pot at lunch. This thing, people talk shit and it happens like that, it's funny.
I got to show that one.
Yeah.
I got to show that one.
They call me a bit. And him took 2 steps back away from him. Oh yeah.
All them guys taking the steps back knew that Joanne has trophies for being able to shoot things from a long way away.
Yeah, right on.
Well, it's pretty wise either way at first. I mean, then I guess what's going on, but anytime a guy says, yeah, I'm taking a couple steps back.
I'd be taking more than 2 steps back.
Funny shit. Not too deep back in anything I tell you, but I did construction a whole lot. Just fast forward to now, towards the end. Me and my buddy for years that would do that safety meeting. Let's all fire one up, and it ended up me and him like we'd go out like want to fire up this half a little bug right here, and like, and we'd come back like man. But yeah, the weed got zooped up, and my old ass. I still I could do construction, but the weed got back. Them days of like no, ain't your granddaddy's weed anymore. But yeah, I knew. I still smoke weed, still build shit. You know what I mean? But I even knew all those years of like just burn it down and build shit. It's like whoa, no, whole different game now, baby. It's ain't that back to that Colombian ragweed bullshit or whatever, Colombian gold.
Some good pot. I'd rather be smoking it. I can smoke a whole joint of it and still function,
Yeah, well, yeah. I said, well, what do you want to be then? Yeah, exactly. I guess. How you can find that?
We were all sitting out back of the railroad dock one day. It was on afternoon shift. There was, I don't know, a dozen of us sitting out back. There were 2 doobies and a bong going around. And the foreman stepped out saying, "Do you guys have?" And then he stepped back in. He coughed a couple of times. And then he stepped back out and says, "You guys have your safety slogans yet?" "No, boss." I said, "Okay," and turned around and left. He had this. I mean, the one kid was in the middle. One guy was in the middle of hitting that bomb. Blah, 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 you know.
He's like, what is good? Good to go, Willis. Wow.
That poor guy. A couple of them idiots that are a bit older than me. There was a bar right down the street from the factory. Yeah, like everywhere in America, right?
Yeah.
The foreman guy would stop there once a month. But one night they dropped a hit of acid in the pier. That was not cool. I mean, he's a nice guy. He didn't turn us in for smoking pot or nothing, you know. He knew he was going to get his attaboy because we do more work the day term, you know. That's the secret to getting along in a factory. If you can put out more work per man hour than day term, then you're good to go, man. They'll let you do anything.
Mm-hmm.
The day term's the ones that are under supervision all day long, you know. And even though they're a lot of times they're experts at getting a whole lot of nothing done.
Right.
It don't take much. You just work hard a couple hours. You already done more in day term. Screw off the rest of the night. Just look busy, you know, when the next turn shift gets there.
Yeah. I never once, Bill, I never, my first two, I started out at high school, I went to Winn-Dixie for a little bit, and then PD Quick's, a little fast food restaurant. And then after I was out of school, I went and labored for like brick masons and blah, 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 blah. And I learned how to build houses. And, but yeah, I never, like I say, I never went, and my stepfather growing up, I was already, as a kid growing up, you know what I mean? I was just trying to, I've never had, it was somewhere in my like 17, 18 year, I think I did a temp service at one like corrugated place where I sat there and just like flipped 2 pieces of plastic every time it came down there and got cut for like 2 weeks for a temp service and 2 other. But other than that, I've never in my life ever no kind of factory, any kind of forever.
You taking off, 801?
Yeah, I am. I'm out of here. See you guys later.
Yeah, it ain't probably too long too either.
Everybody in chat, thanks for having me up.
Yep, thanks for stopping
Yeah,
by.
no. Lemony. See y'all later.
Have a good one.
Anyway. But
Got started at 14 at a factory. But a steel factory's a lot different than like a plastic plant.
he was kind of talking about it. I was just wondering. Hold on.
It's a lot different than a plastics plant.
But as you were talking about that, which I've known people that done it, but that's one of the things like during the days I never fell into them, never actually worked into them. I know a lot of people that have, but just never
You know the great big steel pipes that are corrugated that bolt together? They put under roads and stuff for cricks and things.
Yeah, the black ones, yeah.
Yeah, we made them.
Yeah.
That's where I worked. That's what I did. I was welder layout. It was up to me to
Mm.
mark the steel and cut it, weld it back together to make like elbows in those pipes or stubs where you would hook a smaller pipe to that big pipe. Things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I worked around all the other side of it. Like, so I did construction all my life. Sit there, build houses, remodeled, frame, box side. Now, pretty much I'm just doing side work and shit here since the complications with other shit, whatever. Where we're at now. Yeah. But yeah,
real short time for a couple of different remodeling companies. Man, they're all rip off. A week or two into the job, I quit. I don't want to see my face on TV ripping some old lady off or something.
Oh,
You know?
no. Yeah, I hear that. No, never.
I also hung drywall for about 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
The end of 1 year, beginning of the next. That sucked.
Yeah.
I'm not into hanging drywall, especially for virtually nothing. Oh man, somebody, this guy that I was hanging drywall with, smoked a lot of pot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'd have to get up at 4 a.m. because he'd be there before 5. I get in the truck, he'd have a doobie lit. Okay, we'd smoke 2 or 3 on the way to the job. To get to the job, he'd want to smoke another one, sometimes 2, before he'd even get out of the truck. More than half of the days, he never got out of the truck. He just turned around and drove back home. And I got paid nothing for that day. Because, I'm getting paid by the board, right?
Right.
Screw that.
Yeah,
Screw that. I'm not getting up at 4 a.m. unless I'm making some fucking money.
I ain't gonna. Speaking of 4 a.m., it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Here in Carolina, but yeah, I probably need to bust off here too, Bill. But I appreciate you having me up.
Yeah, I should be crashing too shortly.
You know, if you see me live or whatever, you're always welcome.
Yeah, maybe next time I'll come up.
I don't always have a panel open, but you're always welcome, to put in the fucking chat and shit. I know you get there. But
a lot of it depends on what all's happened already that night,
Yeah, it's all good. But I did roll. Had a good time. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming up.
Yep.
You on the YouTube street somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be fucked up. My dumb ass. I'm sitting here because I'm damn used to being on the other side of the fucking.
Yeah.
Get rid of a motherfucker. Not to be me, you know what I mean? I'm almost like, fuck it, say these. I'm like, where's my StreamYard? Why can't I fucking then make it solo mode? It's like, just ain't my fucking gig. It's fucking Bill's gig. All right, Doc. Appreciate you.
Yep. Later.
I'll get the fuck out of this motherfucker.
Yeah, sometimes I've wondered how I've managed to get this far, Joanne. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shut down. And we'll talk to everybody later. Have a good evening. I'll try and give you a call tomorrow, Joanne. Okay? probably around my dinner time. We'll see everybody later.